For the first minute or so of this video that you're about to watch, this is a video where I cut the belt loops and I also make the waistbands. Back at a little bit of working on these muslin belt loops, and it's nice to be doing some sewing again. I haven't done that much sewing these last few days. I've been doing, cutting and measuring and drawing and that kind of stuff, so it's nice to be back with the Singer Heavy Duty 4432 and the muslin and having fun sewing. Hope you're all having fun as well. Enjoy. So I've done the two belt loop strips of muslin, and now I have the two waistband strips of muslin. All I'm going to do with these right now is just put a line of stitching right down the edge, and what I had done was I folded them in half the way it's supposed to be done, and I've ironed it already, so it's just going to be a matter of laying a line of thread all the way down the length, and then I'm leaving the other side open because that is going to have to go on the yoke and the front of the jeans, of the muslin jeans. So that's the idea here. And like I said, I've got two of them. They're both practice pieces. Once I learn how to do this and make sure that it's correct, then, of course, in another few weeks or whatever, I'll be working with denim. So here I go. And all I'm doing with the waistbands in this video is putting an edge stitch right along here on each one, just like that. It's really, really simple stitching. It was fun because I was able to put the pedal to the metal and really get the Singer 4432 Heavy Duty going at maximum speed, torque, so it was stitching 1100 stitches per minute. The other thing that I did is I stitched these belt loops, and if you watched the last video, which I'm sure you did, I wasn't very accurate in how I measured to cut the belt loop strips. After I wasn't happy with the belt loops, what I've done is I've marked on this cardstock 1, 2, 3 lines, so I have 3 half-inch lines on the cardstock, and I'm going to use that as a template to make the belt loops, and it'll all be very true, very correct. I'm going to get going on that. I'm going to mark these lines up, and then I'm going to cut this piece off, get rid of all that excess, so I'll just end up with this. And this template is 1.5 inches wide. And I'm making another template which is going to be a 1/2 inch wide, so I still have to cut it off, and then I'll be using that to put it on the muslin that I cut out of this template, and that one will go in the middle of the cloth, and then I'll fold over the other two sides, and I'll have my strip of cloth to make the belt loops. You'll see what I mean when I show you. So I cut the strip of cloth using this 1.5 inch wide template as the width for the cloth. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this 1/2 inch template down the middle of the cloth, and then I'm going to fold that edge over like that and this edge over like that. So what I did was I put the cloth, and then I lined up these lines with the cloth, and I made a couple of marks there, and now I'm going to make a couple of marks here like that and like that. Then I'm going to make a couple more in the middle. And it's okay that the one edge is a little narrower, because then it'll fold over really neatly when I go to stitch it all together. Fold it over and stitch it. Now I'm going to fold over, and now I'm going to fold over this. I'm going to move that iron out of the way for a minute. I'm going to put this piece over like that. And I may as well take it right down to the end of my template. Like that. Fold that one over like that. Fold that one over like that. There. And that is working out better than the botched job that I did the first time with the inaccurate measuring. This is way better. There. So now I'm going to stitch that. Alright, here I am back at the sewing machine, and that's about it. That's pretty close to a 1/2 inch wide. I'm going to do like an edge stitch, really close to the edge all the way down. I put the foot down to stabilize the cloth, and I'm holding onto the thread, and I'm going to put the needle in. I'll do a bit of a back stitch after I get a couple of forward stitches in, like so. And now I'm going to go right down to the end of what I got. There. Now I've buried the needle, lift the foot, and I'm going to pivot to get across to the other side. Lift that foot, pivot, and go for it. We'll see how I did there. I think I got it all. Yes, I'm quite happy with that. That I can use. So that's how I'm doing it. Hope this is helpful to you. I'm kind of going down the middle now. Well, I'll have to remedy that and get some thread on the bobbin. So I already have some loaded bobbins, which is great. That's really handy. Yipper, we're in busyness, so that's good. That's all I needed to do. There, it's stitched. Let's take a look at it. There's a little bit where I didn't hold the threads, but everything's battened down there, and I can make belt loops out of that. These are my practice belt loops. I'll be able to clean that up with my little snippers, no problemo. So that's where we're at. Alrighty, so I've got one made, a longer one now, for the belt loops, and it's pretty close. It's almost flush. At this end here, there's a little bit of excess on the left hand side, but I'm going to stitch it on this side anyway, so I'll be able to see where I need to place my edge stitching so that it's correct. Loving this practice. Here we go. There, I'm going to pivot there. So there, I'm pretty much happy with that, except that little bit there, I'll have to fix that up. So we're good there. And that side, of course, is very good. There. I'll say adios, amigo. Have fun, stay safe. Please subscribe. Thank you. You're welcome.